It was so clear when the wise men arrived and the angels were singing your name, that the world would be different because you were alive. That's what heaven stood to proclaim. Good morning and welcome back to your spiritual sports segment on Rhema Gospel Radio. Better than when you heard it yesterday. I'm CJ. Let's get it started. There were only one playoff game in the Frozen Hard Court in the National Hockey League last night, and potentially a closeout game for the Florida Panthers, but the New Jersey Devils wanted to keep playing as they forced overtime and eventually got the best of the Panthers 3-2 to even the series 3-3 as Travis Zajac scored on a goal and had an assist. There were 5 games on tap last night in the National Basketball Association as the Lob City Clippers were roughed up by the Atlanta Hawks 109-102 with Joe Johnson's 28 points. In the first nationally televised game, the Miami Heat was without Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh, and the Boston Celtics didn't have Rajon Rondo and Kevin Garnett. But the game went on, and the Celtics knocked off the Heat 78-66 with 16 points from Sasha Pavlovic. The Sacramento Kings lost against the Oklahoma City Thunder 118-110 as Kevin Durant netted 32 points. The New Orleans Hornets edged out the Golden State Warriors 83-81 with 23 points from Marco Bellinelli. And in the second national televised game, the Phoenix Suns are trying to get into the playoffs while the Utah Jazz are trying to stay in. But the Jazz fought back in the fourth quarter to notch the win 100-88, but most importantly, captured the last playoff berth left in the Western Conference with 26 game-high points from Paul Millsap. For round 1 scores in Major League Baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays eked out a 1-run win over the Baltimore Orioles 2-1 as Matt Waiters launched a home run. The Colorado Rockies was defeated by the Pittsburgh Pirates 5-4 with the help of a home run from Clint Barnes. The Kansas City Royals were defeated by the Cleveland Indians by 1 run, 4-3. The San Francisco Giants was demolished by the Cincinnati Reds 9-2 as Brandon Phillips launched a home run, while the Seattle Mariners pounded the Detroit Tigers 7-4 as Alex Leedy homered in the 7th to break open the game. The Miami Marlins lost by 1 measly run to the New York Mets at 2-1 as Johan Santana struck out 11 in 6 innings of work. The LA Angels were outmuscled and shut out by the Tampa Bay Rays 5-0 as David Price pitched a complete game and his second career shutout, and the defending champion St. Louis Cardinals forced overtime but came up short 3-2 against the Chicago Cubs as Brian LaHare launched a critical home run in the 9th inning to tie the game. And this wraps up the first series of baseball scores. In breaking news yesterday evening, Metta World Peace of the LA Lakers received a 7-game ban for his vicious elbow to the head of Oklahoma City Thunder's James Harden, which equated to a concussion. In addition to the lost games for the last game of the season, he will also miss 6 games in the playoffs and will be $348,000 lighter in the pocket. To have your company sponsor a sports segment, please email me at CEEJAY, that's CEEJAY, sports@gmail.com for more information. To catch archives of your spiritual sports segment, log on to my brand new blog site, CJSports.com, and be sure to follow me on Twitter at CJSports. And stay tuned for more updates in your next spiritual sports segment where we sprinkle a little spirituality in your sports. I'm CJ. Be blessed and keep smiling because God has something in store for you. And in closing, as justice is beginning to take shape, I am still Trayvon Martin.